witnesses, and that's what makes for a good UFO case. There are other trained witnesses, and we have footage of that one. It's one of the famous 3 videos that was released by the Pentagon showing the world public that UFOs exist, they're flying with impunity in our airspace, and they've been here a long time. So, this is not...
When you say impunity, you don't mean that they're exempt from punishment. They would try to punish them if they could. It's just that we can't do anything about it.
We can't do a thing about them. If you look at the 1952 flyovers in Washington, D.C., a very famous mass sighting that occurred on multiple weekends, and all the newspapers came in.
Sorry, what was that? Do you mind repeating that?
It's 1952 flyover Washington, D.C. It's a mass UFO sighting that was covered on multiple weekends. We scrambled jets, fighter planes, and they literally could not catch up with these objects, with these craft. So when I say flying with impunity, what I mean is that
you can't touch them.
There is a technology that somebody has, an aerospace technology, and that we are incapable of defense or offense when we try to compete with the maneuverability of these craft. This is something that has been occurring a long time. Additionally, there are incursions on military bases, documented incursions on nuclear bases, where these vehicles, these craft, have come in and have shut down our nuclear weapons. This happened at Maelstrom Air Force Base. There's a guy named Robert Salas, who is the man in the Minuteman bunkers. And he actually is a friend of mine, and we've gone through the case. It's now public. And this is something to know. Not that these things are hostile, just that they are much more technologically advanced than anything that we have. We work on reactionary propulsion systems. You know that? All airplanes, all aerospace, we still use the same rockets to get up out of Earth's orbit that we did 50 years ago. So this is a different technology. This represents not only a different technology, but this represents possibly a different advanced culture. And it's not something you can get around. The evidence is so weighty for so long that if people don't know about it, they haven't been paying attention.
What do you think is the reason for the visitation?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea. I could theorize all day long, man. Maybe they like our truffles.
Well, here's one. Here's one reason why I used to not believe, and now I'm not saying I do believe. It's just that I remain open,
not a matter of
unconvinced.
Belief, it's not a matter of belief. It's true whether you want to believe it or not. I mean, it's documented cases. More evidence for this than there is for most things on planet Earth. There's more incursions. There's more evidence of UFO presence than almost anything. There's so many cases over so much time with so many credible witnesses. Now we have film footage, radar footage. It's not a matter of belief.
So why do you think that they look somewhat like us, that they're a hominid, that they have 2 eyes, that they have 2, there's something called convergent evolution, but it's not as if all intelligent species must converge to be like us. So I'm curious, why do you think it is that they look similar to us?
I don't mean to be coy, but I don't know that they do. And the reason is, when you first start looking into UFOs, you get all these ideas. You're like, they must be from other planets. Why are they visiting here? That's like, UFOs 101, the first thought you got. Then you're like, oh, they've been represented to look kind of hominid, whatever, bipedal creatures. The more you look into this, the more you realize all of that is not supported with the evidence. It turns out we don't know if these craft are from other solar systems, or if it's stranger than that, if it's a dimensional reality, if these things are popping in and out somehow of our into our dimension. We don't know. We are so far